Hi, I'm Alicia, and welcome to my Operational Innovations channel, where I focus on process tips, techniques, and strategies that help you level up in the area of project management, product ownership, and small business operations. Today's topic, the launch of my channel focus, the Small Business Health Check. I was inspired to create this channel and this focus from a few different inputs. I get invited to speak on a podcast called The Six Figure Healthy Habits. I frequently get asked about my solopreneur operations and how I do things. And this year is the fifth year for me, the third time around as an entrepreneur. So let's celebrate what worked. I've been an entrepreneur three different times in my professional life, and each time I've learned something new. See my link below that tells a little bit of a story about myself as an entrepreneur. But this time around, like other times, I get asked what I do, how I do it, and what makes this working for myself thing work for me. Well, I'm going to run through my top 10 tips with a little detail, and each of these topics will have a drill down video or a focus video that will go into more details. We'll talk about that more in a bit. But let's jump into the top 10 tips. So top 10. Number 1, know your numbers. Number 2, workspace. Number 3, do the work. Number 4, plan your work. Number 3, set aside point 3. Number 6, plan your income. Number 7, get a coach. Number 8, barter like a boss. Number 9, give something away. And 10, attitude of gratitude. So let's jump on in. For know your numbers, that's number 1. Have you ever seen Shark Tank? Yikes. When you get up there and you don't know your numbers, you get shredded. And while you're not on Shark Tank, or maybe don't ever plan to be on Shark Tank, there are a few simple statistics you need to know about your business. These are just standard numbers that you need to know for basic operations. I use QuickBooks, so at a glance, I can tell you the current balance sheet and P&L numbers. P&L is profit and loss for my business. And I have to say, in round 1 and round 2 of my business, the first couple times around, this was not easy for me. And it was a variety of reasons, but I just couldn't in a glance just pinpoint those numbers. So for me, this time around, this has been a game changer. Know your numbers. Number 2, workspace. WeWork and other communal workspaces are amazing. Renting an office space somewhere in an office park is great too. I've done none of that. I work from home in my craft room. It's my happy place. My client work is on site or virtual, so it's a matter of what kind of area is specific for your work. Which kind of area helps you to focus and helps you to have the mindset you need to get things done. Where are you most creative? If your workspace doesn't support that, take another look at it. That's workspace, number 2. Number 3, do the work. Have you ever seen the Super Soul Conversation with Oprah and Glennon Doyle? I have a link below to that one with a timestamp on it where she talks about doing the work. There's a funny little point there where she actually talks about it, and it's kind of she's not real happy about it, I'll put it that way. And while her context is a little bit different, the fact remains the same. You have to do the work. We'll talk more about this in the focus video, and it may mean a lot of different things to you. You'll need to get focus and clarity about that and either do the work or hire someone else to do it. That's number 3, do the work. Number 4, plan your work. Planning your work can take on a variety of different approaches. I like to keep things simple. I use a coaching plan, a bullet journal, QuickBooks, a whiteboard, and sticky notes. And I'll tell you, I'll be doing a focus video on this where we'll talk a little bit more about this, how I use these different things. But suffice it to say, these tools are simple, easy to use, and accessible. Number 4, that's plan your work. Number 5, set aside point 3. This is sort of related to the previous one in that it's a simple concept and a simple idea. When I develop an invoice for a customer, I put aside and allocate immediately 0.3 of that total amount that I'll need to pay my taxes. When you're an entrepreneur, it's not like working for someone else where they'll pull out the taxes and they pull out the Social Security. You need to do all that for yourself so that you're not completely caught off guard when it's time to pay for those things. So just planning for this, setting up amounts helps me not forget it, helps me keep an eye on what I need to pay in taxes, and it's there when it's time to make those quarterly payments. That's number five, set aside 0.3. All right, number 6, plan your income. This is kind of related to step number 5, but it's all in the family of being mindful about your income. Every invoice I get, I put the notes for the amount that comes out for taxes and some notes about where the rest of it will go. In my drill down video, I'll talk more about a simple technique that I use to do this, but the key takeaway here is the tip about being mindful about your income. That's number 6, plan your income. All right, number 7, get a coach. There's a difference between coaching and consulting, and while you may have a need for both, know the difference and make sure that you always have a coach. A consultant is more an advice giver. A coach holds the space for you to find your best solutions, and through in-depth listening and powerful questions, your coach can help you find what you're looking for, what you need in terms of resources, and how you need to get there. As a small business owner, I always have a coach because there's always something to figure out. And sometimes you just need a sounding board. You need some space to think about something. And the great thing about coaching is it's completely confidential, so you can really bring whatever you need to into the space. That's number 7, get a coach. Number 8, barter like a boss. My sister-in-law is the best at this. She's a financial advisor, and she's done everything from getting her basement finished out to getting a roof on her house, all with bartering. You can find a link to her work as a financial advisor below. Most of the barter work that I do is in coaching services. And as a professional coach, when you're a peer coach and you swap hours evenly, you can both count the hours towards paid coaching towards your certification. The idea of bartering, as I see it, is for both folks to get a meaningful benefit. That's number 8, barter like a boss. Number 9? Number 9, give something away. Especially during this time when the world is reeling from a global crisis, there are people who are in need. If you can share something to help another person, give something away. Some examples are a vlog series, a YouTube channel, blog post, ebooks, services. If you've got something to give it away and you can do it, give it away. It helps to build community. It helps to build camaraderie. I've got a service to give away. I've got a spot on my calendar for a complimentary session. Here's a link below that describes what this is. It's for designing a team alliance. It could be for you, the people that you work with, or a family, whoever you want to do it with. I'll provide the link to describe what the service is, also a link to my contact form where you can send me your details to request the details to book your event. That is number 9, give something away. Number 10, attitude of gratitude. This is pretty straightforward, but how you do it and the level of frequency that you do it is what's important here. In the drill down video, I'll share some examples, techniques, and an interview on how to make this a daily part of your professional and personal life. So that's it, folks. That's the top 10 tips that I'm giving to launch my small business health check series. Thank you for watching. Please stay tuned for the videos that drill down into each one of these top 10 areas with examples, interviews, and tips, and more in each of the area. If you liked the video, please like this video, subscribe it, share it, and hit the notify button so you know when those other drill down videos are coming and new content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.